Hi guys and welcome back to the Wolves Scope, and today we've got a new video for you, and as you would have seen on the thumbnail, we've got a transfer roundup for all the Wolves news with potential ingoings and potential outgoings as we approach the summer window as rumours start to heat up a little bit. But before we do get into the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy and drop a comment saying your thoughts on these potential transfers. But as I say, we have got quite a lot to get into today, so let's not waste any time and get into our first rumour. Now this one that's been sort of staying around for a bit, but it doesn't look like there's anything going on quite yet, rather than extended interest at this moment. And it's that Wolves are interested in Matheus Nunes, who's Sporting's Portuguese midfielder, but they will face stiff competition from Manchester City, who will want to sign him if Ilkay Gundogan does leave the club. So you'd expect that with Man City's status, with the football that they can offer, with the European status that they can give, that he would pick Manchester City over Wolves. However, that is if Ilkay Gundogan does leave, so you could definitely see Matheus Nunes being a Wolves player by the end of this summer. Moving on to another rumour to do with Sporting, and it's that Francisco Trincao has reportedly already agreed a loan deal with Sporting Lisbon next year, as he's expected to return to Barcelona, his parent club, as Wolves look like they will not be exercising the £30 million option to buy, obviously unless Adama Traore gets sent in a straight swap for him, but at the moment that also seems unlikely. And now for a current Wolves player, and that's that Marcal to Brazilian club Botafogo is pretty much a done deal. I think we've known that one for months now. It's just a matter of time here of announcements. He said in a statement that the Botafogo's project was exciting and there were only a few little details to be ironed out. So I expect that one to go through in the next few weeks. Now, another rumour, another one involving Sporting Lisbon. We've had quite a few of those appearances today in the video. And this is another rumour that's been going around for ages and ages, and it's turning into sort of a Goncalo Guedes kind of thing, happens every week. Every week there's a link to this guy, but it actually looks like what this one could actually end up happening, and that is that Wolves are main favourites to sign Sporting's midfielder João Palhinha, and it's reported they are asking for around €25 million for the CDM, and I think that'll be a really good signing for Wolves. And I think regardless if Ruben Neves leaves or not, that looks like it's definitely going to happen. Now, moving on to news about Ruben Neves, the Barcelona are still pushing for him, and a deal could be done soon, with Portuguese super agent Jorge Mendes being heavily involved at both clubs. A deal could absolutely be sorted. But as we know, Barcelona are pretty short on cash, so there could be a few players, maybe one, maybe two, if not three, involved in this kind of deal. And a few players have been quoted. Abde Azazuli, I think is how you say it, Nico Gonzalez, Alejandro Baldi, Ricky Puig and Oscar Mingueza could all be on the table. So lots of promising Barcelona youngsters there that Wolves could potentially have their eye on as part of a swap deal for Ruben Neves. So I'd expect to see something like that done this summer, obviously with Ruben Neves tearing up at the end of the Norwich game. It looks like he's going to me, which obviously very, very sad, but hopefully we can get a good deal out of Barcelona. I'd want cash plus one or two of these very, very promising players. Now to the man you will have seen on the thumbnail, and it's that Real Madrid are keeping tabs on Wolves striker Fabio Silva. Now, I wouldn't read into this one too much because Fossum would definitely want their money back on Fabio, because it's too much of an investment to just throw away and take a loss on. And they paid £35 million, and no disrespect to him, I do like Fabio, I do think he will become a good player in the future. No one's paying that for him right now with his goal scoring form. I think Real Madrid are just looking for a young striker that can come in and replace Karim Benzema when the time comes for him to stop scoring the goals and dry up his form, which is looking, he's so good, so I can't see him slowing up anytime soon. But I guess you never know. And I just think Fabio Silva is possibly one that I'll have on the list. If I'm not mistaken, I think they were interested in him whilst he was at Porto. So I wouldn't be surprised if they still hold a minor interest in him. But I'm not too sure that one's going to happen anytime soon. Now to one that looks increasingly more likely, as it says that Wolves and Arsenal are fighting for the signature of Racing Club's midfielder Charlie Alvarez. and they would want 20 million euros for him. Now, I said that both clubs have been in talks, and it looks like that he is going to leave. It's a matter of picking between the two and who comes in with the better offers. So that'll be an interesting one to see. I would have said Arsenal, but now it looks like they're not going to be able to offer Champions League football, which is a big factor. And although Wolves can't offer Champions League football, he could be potentially offered more guaranteed game time with the midfielders that Arsenal have. You know, the likes of Smith Rowe and the likes of Odegaard, who would, you know, be really, really hard to budge for that kind of position. And finally, our final rumour of the day, and is that Wolves are willing to accept £50 million for Mexican striker Raul Jimenez. And Raul has been such a good servant to the club, but unfortunately for him, I think it could be time to move on. You know, his goals have dried up. Personally, I'd keep him as a number 2, but I don't think for €15 million, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Really, I think the club, it's said that the club think that a new setting and a new set of faces could be better for his form and for the club's monetary gain in general. But yeah, we had a lot to get through there today. As I say, let me know your thoughts on some of these transfers down below. What do you think will happen? What do you think will not? What would you like to happen? What would you not like to see to happen? As it needs to be a very, very big summer of change and potentially even an overhaul, with Foster needing to dig into their pocket and pull out at least 60, 70 million pounds, spend on some signings, in my opinion. But as I say, that's it for today's video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.